This conference will now be recorded.
So last class we are discussing about, we have just started about this firewall. So theory wise we have done, right? So same thing we need to implement practically, right? Basically. So let us implement practically here. So log into portal.azure.com. So first, just I want to create some resource group, right? Go to resource groups, click on create. So my resource group name is source arch. Okay. So click on next tags, next review and create. Finally click on create. So it is created. So next we need to create some source RG hyphen vnet, right? Go to home, go to this ritual networks. So click on create, select the resource group is source RG, paste this source RG hyphen vnet. Next IP address, so 10.11.0.0/16 is already taken. Add subnet, the subnet name source RG hyphen and dot 1.0/16 on add. So next security, next tags, next review and create. Finally click on create. So this virtual network is created, right? So go to home, go to this virtual networks. So source RG hyphen vnet. So if you go to the subnet, so this source RG subnet is also created, right? Basically. So now here we need to create a one more subnet called as Azure Firewall subnet. So this name should be Azure Firewall subnet only, right? So go to here, click on add, click on the subnet. So name as Azure Firewall subnet, right? Click on save. So Azure Firewall subnet is created basically. So then we need to create some firewall. So with the name as source RG hyphen FW, right? Basically. So go to home and go to this Azure Cloud Search, type as firewall. Okay, click on this firewall. So click on create. Okay. So here what is our resource group? Source RG, right? And just I want to give this firewall name as source RG hyphen FW, right? And location is east west. So standard. So don't go with premium. So premium is there charged very heavily. Go with classic. So choose a virtual network. Use existing. So we have created virtual network name as source RG hyphen VN, right? And public IP address add new. So maybe I'm giving some source RG hyphen VIP, something like this. Okay, click on OK. So next the tag, next we can create. Finally, click on create. So it will take some time to create this firewall basically. So it is created. So go to this firewalls, right? So this is the firewall creation. So here if you observe, basically we need to require, we are going to get, once this firewall creation is done, so we're going to get some private IP and as well as public IP. So this is firewall private IP, copy this one here, public IP. So click on this source RG hyphen PIP. So this is public IP. Okay, so then we need to create some one more resource group with destination RG, right? So go to home, resource groups, click on create, destination RG. So just I'm creating in this US, next tags, next review and create. Finally click on create. So then we need to create some destination RG hyphen VNet, right? Go to home, virtual networks, click on create. What is our resource group? Destination RG, this one. So I want to create with name as destination RG hyphen VNet. Next IP address 10.13.0.0 slash add subnet. Source RG hyphen subnet 1, right? Let's paste it here. And dot 13.1.0 slash 24 on add. So next security, next tags, next review and create. Finally click on create. Okay, so it is created. But here we need to create a one more subnet, right? So destination RG hyphen subnet 2. So go to home, go to this virtual networks. So just refresh it here. So destination RG hyphen VNet. Go to subnets. Click on add subnet. Here destination RG hyphen subnet 2. Click on save. So it is created, right? So then we need to implement VNet query. So till now it is fine, all of you. Any dots here? Any of you? So till now it is fine. Up to here, destination or check and subnet.
Yes, Shiva, you were.
So now we are trying to implement some VNet peering. So go to this source RG-VNet. Go to this virtual networks. So any one thing, anything you can go. So just I'm going for source RG-VNet. this peerings, click on add. So you can give some name as source to destination to source. So here this destination on GI convenient. Click on add. So parallel it is going to create two VNet peerings. So that is one is on source RG-VNet and one more thing is on destination RG-VNet. So go to this destination RG-VNet. Here destination to source. Okay. So VNet peering is done. So now we need to create some route table, right? So that is nothing but destination RG hyphen RT with some name. So in which resource group we need to create destination RG resource group, right? So go to Azure Cloud Search, type some route tables, click on create. So select the resource group is destination RG, right? So basically it is in West US. Select the West US. Name is destination RG hyphen RG. Next tags. Next we can create. Finally click on create. So it is created, right? Go to this route tables. So destination RG hyphen RT is created. So I mean this one is done, right? So create destination RG hyphen route in destination RG hyphen RT. I mean within this route table we need to create route. So go to this route table, click on routes, click on add. So route name is this is the route name, right? Destination RG hyphen route. Here address prefix 2.0. Okay, so here next hope type is virtual. Select this virtual appliances. So next hope address, right? So this one we need to provide private IP address of firewall. Okay, private IP address of firewall. So what is the private IP address here of the firewall? 10.12.0.4. So just copy this one, just paste it here. Click on OK. Okay, so it is created this. just refresh, go to this logs. Here it is created, right? So this one is done. Sorry, this one is up to here, that right? So now assign destination RG-route. RT means route table, right? So to destination RG-subnet one. So that is, go to the subnets, click on associate. So what is our VNet? Destination RG-VNet. What is your subnet? I mean, within this destination RG-VNet, we have created two subnets, right? You can choose any of the subnet. Let's go. So I'm going with destination RG-subnet one, right? Click on OK. So it is created, right? So assign destination RG-RT to the destination RG-subnet one. So this one is done. So then what we need to do? So we need to create two ritual machines. Basically, these are the Windows ritual machines with the name as a private machine and with one more name as a public machine we need to create, right? So go to this virtual machines, click on create. So resource group is basically we need to assign to destination RG subnet one, right? So these are related to the destination RG resource group. So one is with the name as a private machine. So you can go with Windows Server Gen 2 or Gen 1. Anything is fine. So then you can provide some username. On none. Next is go with standard SSD. Next networking. So here this is the destination RG-VNet, and here we require some subnet. So search. We are not getting this VNets. Sorry, here reason is West US, right? Next this is standard. Next networking. So here now we're going to get some destination RG-VNet. So within this we need to select mean we need to assign to destination RG-hyphen subnet one, right? So basically we're going to get two subnets. So just assign to destination RG-hyphen subnet one. So then management, disable, next advanced, next tags, next event create. Finally click on create. So it is created, right? So go to this virtual machines, click on this one, go to networking, add inbound port role. Just I'm allowing all the ports. Allow all the ports, click on that. So here next we need to create a one more machine, right? Basically. So click on create virtual machine. So here this destination RG, right? Here machine name is public machine. So West US. Observe this West US dot is high, right? When compared to East US. So for none. Next this. Go with standard SSD. Next networking. So here while going with this networking option, so we need to choose as a destination RG hyphen subnet 2, right? Because we are creating in destination RG hyphen subnet 2 with the name as a public machine. This is also Windows virtual machine, right? So next management, click on disable, next advanced, next tags, next review and create. So validation passed, right? So finally click on create. So it is created, right? So go to this networking, click on add. Okay, so this all these things we have created basically as per this diagram. Okay, so now after creating these virtual machines, right? So if you want to access these machines, basically these are the Windows virtual machines, right? Operating system as a Windows. So we are able to access by using RT, right? So just copy this one, go to RTP, paste it here, click on connect. So here we are not able to connect. Any reason? Any of you? Why we are not able to connect private machine? So now cross check this public machine as well. Paste it here. So it asking some credentials, right? Shiva one. Okay, click on S. So here if you observe, we are able to access only uh, public mission, but not private mission. So what is the reason? Any of you? So you got my question? Hello. Hello, are you getting my voice?
Yes, Shiva, we are ready.
So why we are not able to access private machine, but we are able to access public machine? We are not able to access private, right? What is the reason?
Firewall?
Firewall. In this, you have not created any firewalls, right? If you observe in destination RG. So basically, if you observe, we are created these two machines in destination RG resource group. So firewall we have created in the source RG, right? So these are two separate things basically, right? Only
Yes.
communication is going to happen because of this VNet peering. So if you observe in VNet peering, so basically if you want some communication between two ritual networks, right? So then only we are going for VNet peering. So because of this VNet peering only, this communication may happen, right? But here if you observe these machines, these are completely different out of this resource, out of this source RG. Yes or not, basically.
Yes, Shiva.
Okay, so somewhat okay, you mentioned some firewall, but it is fine, but not up to the mark. Okay, so now here, if you observe this virtual networks, here destination RGBNet, go to the subnets, right? So if you are going with this destination RG hyphen subnet one, right? So it is associated with the route table. So if you observe destination RG hyphen subnet 2, right? So it is not associated with any route table, but here if you observe destination RG hyphen subnet 1, it is associated with destination RG hyphen RT, nothing but a route table, right? So that is the reason we are not able to access private machine. So even while creating this virtual machines, whether it is a private machine or a public machine, right? So while creating these things in networking option, we have selected destination RG-VNet and destination RG-subnet one for the private machine. So that is the reason we are not able to access. So inbuilt it is already associated with destination RG-RT, but it is not the same case for public machine. So we have selected destination RG-VNet and destination RG-subnet 2 in the networking option, but it is not associated. I mean, inbuilt it is not associated with any route table. So that is the reason we are able to access this public machine, but we are not able to access private machine. So is it fine, all of you? Why we are not able to access?
Yes, Shiva. We are fine.
So after implementing the above essential steps, so now we need to cross check whether we are able to access virtual machines. So if we observe, we are able to connect only public machine, but we are unable to connect private machine using RTP software because private machine is associated with destination RG-subnet 1 and also inbuilt it is having inbuilt it is having router. So that is the reason we are not able to access private machine when compared to public machine. Okay. So here we're having some few cases here. So case one. What is case one? Directly directly we can connect from internet to private machine by using. So here if you observe what we are doing, so we are not giving request from internet to request. We are not going with some firewall. Directly we are connecting from internet to private machine. So by using RDP. So this is case one. Okay. Can we are so this one anyway. This case one is not possible, right? We have seen as well. So what about case two then? So any of you. So how can we connect to private machine? So case one anyway we have tried. It is not possible, right? What about case two? Any of you? How can you connect this private machine? So case two is basically we are connecting from internet. So this thing we all discussed in VNet query. So that is the reason I'm asking you. So internet to public machine. From this public machine to private machine. So if you observe in this VNet peering, right? So we have given some line exclamation one and line exclamation two, right? So we are able to communicate between line exclamation one and line exclamation two. Why it is happening? Because that is the default communication, right? So here also same thing. So if you observe this private machine one, I'm sorry, private machine and public machine, both are missions. Both these of these Windows virtual machines is belongs to destination RG-VNet, right? So that is the reason. So by default, we're having communication between these virtual machines. So now here what we are doing is, so we are connecting from internet to public machine, from this public machine to private machine basically. So this thing. So what we are doing is public machine and from this public machine to private machine basically. This thing. Okay. So here which IP address we need to use basically if you want to communicate two virtual machines, private IP address, right? Not public IP. So what is the private IP here? If you go to this virtual machines, So 10.13.1.4. So is it fine, right? So why we are going with private IP address instead of public IP address? Is this point is clear, all of you? Why we are going with private IP, not with public IP? Is it fine? Why we are going with private IP? Any doubts?
No doubt, sure.
So we always go with private IP if it is an internal communication between two VMs. Okay, public IP is only for if you want to communicate from internet to virtual machine. This point I already repeated in VNet peering as well, right? So when we need to go for public IP here to connect internet to virtual machine. So if it is a private IP, right, internal communication between the VM to VM. Okay, so because of this internal communication, right, we are going with private IP here, nothing but public machine to private machine. So go to this public machine, so type here remote, or simply we can type some RT, click on enter. So this is private IP address of private machine, right? Click on connect. So provide username and password, click on OK, click on yes. Okay, so here if you observe, we are connecting from one VM to another VM. Okay, so this is, so if you observe this bar, right, this bar is nothing but public machine. So within this public machine we have connected private machine, and this bar is related to the private machine. Okay, so if you minimize this one, so this is nothing but a public machine, right, and this is a private machine. So is the concept is clear? So how we are connecting from, I mean, basically this case is fine, all of you? Any doubts? Because we're having some case 3 as well. So if you are not clear with case 2, we are not able to get the case 3. So what are the points? By default, we are able to connect from one virtual machine to other virtual machine. What is the condition here? If and only if there 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 are any same full network, right? So just once again I'm repeating, we had discussed already related to types of IP, that is public IP. So to connect internet to virtual machine, private IP internal communication between VM to VM. Because of this concept, communication is established between public machine to private. Okay, so is it fine, all of you? Any doubts? So now currently we are in which machine here? We are in private machine, right? So are we able to access internet within this machine here? Are we able to access? I mean, if you are trying to access some google.com, right? We are not able to access, right? So this issue, I mean, we are getting some issue, right? We are not able to access internet within the private machine, right? Why we are not able to access this one? We are going to sort it out by using case 3. So that case 3 is very, very important, and in bold it is having so many concepts. So that thing we're going to discuss later. Okay. So any doubts till now? Any of you? Fine. Up to here.
Yes, Shiva, we are fine.
Okay. So in order to completion of this case 3, right? Basically we required 1 to 1.5 hour of time. Okay. Because so if I want to complete the case 3, right? Again, I need to implement this all these concepts one more time practically. So then only there is a chance of completing case 3. So today we have gone each and every step, right? How to create these all these things on Monday. So we are able to create in fast manner. So maybe within half an hour we're trying to complete these all these steps, right? So then we will discuss case 1, case 2, and one more case 3 we are going to discuss. So case 3 is major intention of case 3 is we are not able to access internet in private machine. Why we are not able to access, or how to sort out this issue. So in order to get some internet, these all these things we're going to sort it by using case 3. Okay. So that case we will discuss on Monday. So that's all for today.